Our smarttill module integrates with APG's weighted cash drawer to help identify and eliminate cash discrepancies. This happens in real time and saves valuable time during the end-of-shift procedures by counting the drawer for the cashier. Every time the cash drawer is closed, each coin cup and bill slot is weighed, providing us with an exact count of everything that's in the drawer. This allows us to perform real-time actions that would otherwise be impossible, such as letting the cashier know that they need to add a certain denomination that they're low on, letting the management team know that a cash discrepancy just happened, and letting the cashier know not only is it time to perform a safe drop, but exactly which bills to drop. So before the smarttill can be used, it must be calibrated. However, if this is the initial calibration, you need to remove the shipping screws that are attached to the unit. Before initial use, and then again periodically, the smarttill needs to be calibrated. To perform calibrations, you'll open the smarttill engineering software. From within the software, we'll press calibration. At this point, the drawer will open and ask us if we're calibrating all compartments or individual compartments. Generally, you'll want to calibrate all compartments, so choose one. At this point, it prompts us to remove all cups and notes. As you can see, all of our notes have already been removed, so we'll remove our change cups. Once removed, we'll press 1. At this point, it's ready for us to add the calibration weights. The weights come in two sizes, a 500 gram and a 50 gram. The 500 gram is used for the change slots. The 50 gram is used for the bill slots. You'll place each weight in the slot until the system acknowledges it. Optionally, if you're using the 100 slot, you can also calibrate that. With calibration complete, you can close the cash drawer. Now the drawer is ready and configured to use in the system. Let's take a look at how it's set up. We'll start with the store level settings. On each register that will have a smarttill cash drawer, the smarttill monitoring software will need to be installed. Your onboarding technician will guide you through that process, but it's a simple installer. Once it's installed, you'll connect the smarttill drawer to power, to the register via USB cable, and to the receipt printer kick port, as the receipt printer still controls the popping of the cash drawer. With the hardware in place, let's open POS. We'll log in as an administrator. Once logged in, we'll navigate to Action, Settings. From there, choose the Peripherals tab, and then the smarttill tab. Here we want to ensure that Enable smarttill is checked, and then open our smarttill settings. The first setting is the XML directory. This defaults to the appropriate directory. However, if you chose a different path during the installation process other than the default, simply choose path and navigate to that directory. Now let's look at our default starting till amounts. In this screen, we can set our start and minimum values for each denomination. The start value is used to determine the final safe drop amount and will also be the starting till used for the next shift. So at the end of a regular shift, a cashier will be prompted to drop down to that exact starting till value. And beginning the next shift, the cashier will be prompted to add or remove change based on the minimum values. In our case, our start values are 5 10s, 5 5s, 25 1s, 10 quarters, 50 dimes, 25 nickels, and 50 pennies. This gives us a total of $109.25. We also have appropriate minimum values set so that when the drawer levels fall below those, a prompt will appear. Let's take a look at all of it in action. With our smarttill configured, we can save those settings, and return to the POS. So currently our drawer has our default starting till value of $109.25 in it. So let's ring up some sales and close the shift. So within the POS, we're going to ring up a sale for $12.38. The customer pays with a $20 bill. We're going to add the 20 and give the customer change of $7.62. As soon as we close the drawer, as mentioned before, a weight calculation happens. The drawer is recalibrated and every denomination and coin is taken into account. You would then proceed with your regular shift, ringing up sales, giving change, etc., etc. Let's close the shift now. With the Smart Till enabled, the first step of closing the shift is performing of end of shift drop. In this drop, the Smart Till will tell the cashier exactly how much to take out of the drawer and how to take it out. In this case, we need to withdraw $12.38 to return our drawer exactly to $109.25. In this case, it's telling me to remove 2 5s, 2 1s, a quarter, a dime, and 3 pennies. And you may be asking, why is it not telling us to take out a 10? Why is it telling us to take a 5? Well, earlier I set my minimum amount of 10s to 5, and there are currently only 5 10s in there. Therefore, it omits the 10s from the final drop because it knows it can pull them from 5s because we're heavier in 5s. This reduces the load on the cashier. The cashier now doesn't have to withdraw the 10s and then later buy 10s. So let's take our drop amount out. So if I, as a cashier, did not take out $12.38, the system will actually go in and say, hey, you didn't take out the recommended amount. Are you sure you wish to continue? With the final safe drop done, at this point, we're ready to reconcile our shift. So let's take a look at shift reconciliation. Since we're using a floating starting till, that is, the amount floats from one shift to another, it isn't removed from the drawer. It's not going to be included in our cash deposit because it's still in the drawer. The cash deposit amount will be anything in excess of that. So when the next shift starts, their starting till will be what we left in it. As you can see on our reconciliation, the cash in drawer is completely empty. That's because we performed a final safe drop of anything in excess of our starting till. We'll verify that safe drop amount, choose reconciliation as final, and then save the reconciliation. Finally, when the next shift starts, the system's going to do a couple things. First, it will verify that the starting till amount is valid. As you remember, we have $109 in our drawer. So let's take out $5 and see what happens. As you can see, we get a discrepancy error. The system is telling us, I expected there to be $109 in the drawer, but there's only $104. The missing $5 is what we took from the drawer. Additionally, it will verify that our minimum values are set correctly. Any denomination below the minimum threshold will be prompted to buy or add change. So that's it for the store side. So let's take a quick look at some of the back-end notification settings. After logging into Control Center, we'll navigate to Point of Sale, Maintenance, Settings and Panels. From here, we'll choose the POS tab, and then Smart Till Settings. As you can see, there are currently no settings defined. I'll create a new setting by clicking Add Smart Till Setting. From here, we'll give the setting a name and then decide whether or not we want to be notified at the end of each sale or only at shift close, and then for each of those at what variance level. What this means is, what value of variance do I want to be notified at? Additionally, we'll choose which users, email addresses, and SMS phone numbers to receive this notification. Finally, we can choose whether or not this notification is for all locations or just a filtered list. In addition to these settings, Control Center hosts some smarttill specific reports. These are accessible from point of sale, reports, smarttill reports. The reports show current drawer levels and various variance-based reporting. As always, thanks for spending time with us today. We hope you found this video informative, and please reach out with any questions. Take care.